is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Run for cover, you'll discover some will thrive and others suffer. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Ooh, don't wait, don't hesitate. Better speak the truth, let it resonate and let it detonate and get blown away till you keep on rising to a higher place. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop coming till we hit the top. Gotta keep pushing till the day I make it, since they won't give it to me, then I got to take it. The pain today is power tomorrow. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running, cause I won't bow down. No matter what they say, I wouldn't do it any other way. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running, cause I won't bow down. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Not enough, they keep us smothered. Lower class, never the upper. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of.
Good evening, UN Space Wolf Squad. This is your Will Commander Wolftan. I'm your werewolf, and tonight we are back with the Real Millennials. I'm here with the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, morning, or afternoon, everyone. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Real Millennials. Where tonight, we're not going to coddle you.
We have the Warrior of Light this time tonight.
Greetings to viewers and my fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Final 12 here, and welcome back to another live stream of the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. And today, the kid gloves are coming off.
Yeah, you know, I'm off my rocker today because I didn't even say his name. Sorry, Final.
You're fine, because I thought you were.
Well, at least you fall through. Good on you, my friend. This ain't nothing new to you. So, Don, give us a rundown of what it is that we meant when we're not here to call you, or we're not going to call anybody.
Well, really. What's been hurting not only America but really Western culture is this concerning trend of infantilization. Really talking to people as if like they're little kids. This enforcement of political correctness and various levels of our culture, and also in facets of entertainment. Also, as George Carlin would say, the soft language that's perpetuated like in conjunction with political correctness.
Let me guess: the spoon-fed, the silver spoon, the
sugar coating.
Yep.
The sugar coating, the talking to them in a way that they tend to talk to each other amongst themselves with these baby languages, the softening of language, the minimizing of language. I mean, I'm hearing lately
and not to mention the distorting of words and their meanings.
Now I'm hearing that they are demanding writers to limit their language and wording, sort of. That they're trying to say that their writing is too complicated for ableists, or their writing could potentially be ableist. These words that try to tug on your heartstrings, that try to make you feel like you're in a bad place, or
Yeah.
a person for wanting to challenge your readers.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the guilt tripping.
And
Yeah.
gaslighting.
Yeah, gaslighting is another thing, but that also comes with the territory of that. But really, I did see that video too, where it's like, yeah, no, just go read a freaking book. Go actually read some literature, for God's sake, or at least read a freaking short story.
Read a motherfucking book. Read a book. Read a book. Read a motherfucking book. Sorry, Final.
It's okay. But yeah, it's just like, did you actually bother to you yourself teaching your kids to read and write? No wonder why parents are doing homeschooling.
Yeah, YouTuber like Pens and Poisons, like she mentioned like during her time in college, like how far the English department has fallen. Well, because like even like older teens and young adults, like they're not being taught or reading like classical literature. Like even if they are like genre fiction, instead they're being taught critical race theory,
Yeah.
postmodernism, and the like.
Yeah. And it's just like, I'm remembering something from David Stewart. It's actually a great YouTube channel. Go check him out. Um, where,
An independent writer of his own right.
yeah, he's written a lot. You can actually listen to a few of his audiobooks on YouTube, on his own channel nonetheless. But anyway,
Well,
um, but, there's a video that, two videos I seen from him that two tie into this one. But the first one I like to mention was that the liberals don't get the arts, where it's,
uh, now, I will say, just as a minor interruption, let's keep in mind that with these people, they're not liberals; they're leftists.
yeah,
Just
but it's,
want to make it clear that liberals, real ones, the classical liberals, they're not the same as the leftists.
yeah,
Talk dumb.
but, and what he said there is just, the reason why they don't get it, or rather, wait, no, not thinking of that video, but why they don't appreciate the art. Basically, they don't appreciate the art. They don't even go bother to read classics like the Homer's The Odyssey, or the Iliad, the Aeneid by Virgil, the Divine Comedy, not even the Bible, for
Or
God's
the Epic of
sake,
Gilgamesh,
or the Epic of Gilgamesh.
even like mythology from the Celts.
Yeah, or maybe they actually would read some mythologies, but they would only sugarcoat it to making it into a political leaning, because if it actually were that, they wouldn't even bother to be liking that, so because they never bothered to actually read that, so then they go for literally anything else, which wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing in that, like if you're inspired by another piece of art, like of another medium, nothing wrong with that. A lot of artists do this. Look at Sandfall Interactive when making Expedition 33. They were clearly inspired by Final Fantasy. Hey, Leia.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Had a long day. Keep
Leia,
talking.
the lovely Leia Valor, Leia plus size, with her
Hello.
tattoo on her face.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for my tardiness, but life happens. But continue, final. Don't let me interrupt you.
Oh no, you're fine. But it's just but they never bother to actually. But it's not necessarily a good thing when you're trying to, like, base your entire creative process based on a political leaning. It's so much so that they would take all the wrong lessons from the art that they consume, even if it's with a certain mythology. Like, I've already seen various Greek mythology retellings out there. A lot of them are the Persephone and Hades story over and over and over and over again. It's like, not, I would say have some variety with that, but at least be a little more creative and have different kind of stories, broaden your horizons with that. Like, but at least with but even with dumbing down of the language, like they're now doing all this, it's just like, guys, like, at least go read a story. Like, yeah, we do have all these mediums, those would be helpful, but especially in storytelling. But if you do want to write better, you gotta go out there and actually bother to read some literature. Or actually at least read a short story. At least.
Adding on to that, like do not apply modern sensibilities onto these classes of work, especially when you're judging them. Actually, judge them based on the time they were made.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They would go on you especially see this in gaming when the big developers are trying to make a certain game, remaking a certain game with the modern sensibilities just to not piss anyone off. Case in point, Square Enix with the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. But
Let me
sorry,
cut
Wolf.
real quick just to highlight something that's really important outside of that.
Okay.
The fact that they're running the curriculums and mutilating them to the point where they're they're trying. I've been saying this before, I'm going to keep saying this again. And I'm not the only one who has pointed this out before. Let me throw that out there right now, just so you, just before y'all even think to accuse me of somebody that's trying to position myself as such. But just for clarification, I am not the only one who has said this before either. But they are finding so many avenues to be the very thing that they accuse conservatives, any other uh, any other being that doesn't kowtow to the agenda or the practices that they put forth. They're for such an example, they are really trying polite to be polite racists in a way. For example, there is now a new curriculum that is supposed that is, you know what, there's no other way to put it. They're teaching ebonics.
True.
They're teaching kids to speak ebonics in a way. It's like it's like what people are saying. This whole thing about the 1619 project and all this other shit that is supposed to look back and reevaluate the past. This is their way of regressing. We've said this before. We've always been saying this before. We've said this for so many years now, since the dawn of 2020. It's a regression. They want to bring everything back. And at this end, and how I'm seeing it, they want to be the ones to be the correctors, the ones that usher in the utopia, the providence, if you will. That's the reason why they're doing this. They want to be the ones to say, "Oh, we are the ones who caused this, are also going to be the ones that are going to correct it." Or they may never correct it. They'll just walk away from it and pretend like they weren't the ones who did it. Someone else did it in their finger pointing fashion. They're going to teach black kids to speak Ebonics, and the moment people are going to catch wind, people already catch wind up already. Those are the ones that they're manipulating, tricking, brainwashing, gaslighting. Once they take catch wind of it, they're gonna say, "Oh, no, 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 no! It's really the conservatives that did this." Never mind the fact that you guys' face are plastered all over this shit. Never mind that. You still want us to believe that you're not the ones that are doing this. You have anything to add to that, Final? Can you believe that shit, Final?
That one, I certainly would, but it's just like, because I already see this happen all the time with, like, conservatives have their own problems, but the real problem is not with the conservatives. They aren't the ones that caused it. We know that you did. How do we know? You keep perpetuating this shit.
The sad thing is they're so narcissistic in their heads, with their heads so far off their asses, they will never, ever, ever self-reflect on that. The best thing we can outright do at this point, if we can even try, is do what they fucking did. Take positions of power in HR, and fucking get rid of them. At this point, I think that's the best way we can do it. many of us, if anybody is hearing me, if anything, I think it's really you just got to find a way to either a conservative lady is going to find a way, you got to find her way into HR and get rid of these assholes, or it's just really going to take a it's going to take a group that's going to have to lunge in their way through many of these institutions, if you will.
So far, Xbox, Microsoft, and the other like video game publishers, they've been doing a massive purge, and those responsible for leading Western culture to this downward spiral of video gaming, they've been getting the boots.
I agree, buddy.
I agree too, buddy. Well, yeah, like I said, so like there have we have been getting a lot of wins. Like the people who are responsible for this downward spiral, they are being removed. I see like with the layoffs in Xbox, Microsoft, and the other video game publishers.
And keep in mind, guys, we're we're healing, but we gonna have to we're gonna have to really harden ourselves. It's it's gonna get to the point where we just got to accept that we are going to have to be viewed as the bad guys. People's eyes. We're except for the title of rapist and pedophile, we're probably going to have to accept the title of institutionalized racism for white supremacy. If
Uh, yeah,
we block us from getting it, we're just going to bite the bullet on that. We're just going to accept it. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of us already numb ourselves to it anyways. We don't. We're at the point we don't care. But some
Um,
of us who are still kind of like, you know, a little new to it, you're gonna have to accept it. If somebody calls me the new face of white supremacy, I'm gonna have to fucking take it. I'm gonna take it. It's like I'm flattered, motherfucker.
I
Somebody,
mean they
well, fuck it. Fuck it.
I mean they did that with Larry Elder, and it backfired on them.
My thing is, if they call me a coon, it's like, well, shit, my eyes are already sunken from overworking too damn much. I might as well be a raccoon. They call me a house Negro. Well, you, I'm about to slow you right there. I'm about to stop you right there. Number one, you don't even know what the fuck a house Negro is. You didn't even research the house Negro. Only thing you knew is you heard that from somebody else, pointed at somebody else. You don't really know what a house Negro is and how a house Negro operates, or what function does the house Negro operate.
And
You knew.
guess what, people? It's not Uncle Tom.
Well, we're past that now. We're pretty much past it. But what I'm saying is, they don't even know what a house Negro is. I'll tell y'all at another time because it's gonna bear a lot of explaining. You feel me?
yeah.
We get it.
But yeah, they can call me that too. It's like they can tell me say goodbye to your black card. You can take it. I was never black enough for you motherfuckers to hold on to it anyways. Every single time I try to be black, you guys had a new fucking critique, another fucking critique on me. All y'all ever did was nitpick my ass. It's almost like I was talking to my parents. Bitch, I already have two parents. But, yeah, I never seen a time where it just comes off like I hate my own people a lot, or at least it feels like I hate them.
Well,
I
you
don't
know,
I don't hate them, but man, dude, they make it easy for me to get close to that.
You know who else who feels that way? And the gays. They keep the old school ones. They keep their distance from the quote unquote community. Even the young bloods.
I should be at this point celebrating with my people of the time that we don't have to worry about grievances and hardships anymore. But here we are, and it's sad because we know that we know the truth now. Many of us know the truth. Not most of us. Many of us know the truth.
Blacks, whites, everyone.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the topic at hand, shall we? The infantilization. You highlighted that, Don. Yeah,
Hmm.
a lot of infantilization, and one part infantilization I need to highlight that I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot to talk about. The basement dweller infantilization. They they want us to be in our basement all the damn time, so they can always talk about us being in the basement all the time with our toys, with our video games. And that's not to say owning toys or any of the sort is a bad thing. But that's all you're going to be doing, which is hoarding things and not actually investing your money properly, or even saving your money properly.
Hmm.
You're putting yourself in a bad position where you're purposeless. You have no direction. You don't want any guidance when it's offered to you free of charge by elderly people, no less. People that actually gain success. There's to supplement the infantilization. There's been this concerted effort to depurpose people too, not just men. Men are the first, yes, but it
Yeah.
ain't men. Women too.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
They depurpose women too. Don't get it twisted. If you ever find yourself sitting in your room with a weight on your head, it feels like it's collapsing, compressing. You can barely decompress as it is, even in your own home. You're angry all the time. You're upset. You're constantly thinking how hard your life is, how bad it's getting. But you don't have a job. You don't try to make friends. Your only comfort is chips, video games, toys, movies, TV shows. Ones they're perpetually ruining. By the way,
Yeah.
it's by design, guys. They did demoralize you, and at worst, they dehumanize you through it too. Some people go Some of us go to the military just to get some control of their lives back, and they succeed, mind you, they succeed. That's usually the cure. Sometimes, sometimes people try to find a way to get some manhood back, and usually them types you need to keep an eye out on because they tend to try to reclaim it in the worst possible ways possible. I'm zeroing on men, by the way. Let me see if anybody's bringing it. Ah, there we go. Yep, yep. Best way to kill it is to roll with it. Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna hurt sometimes. It's gonna sting a little bit sometimes. You gotta take the hits, like Rocky said. But yeah, if you ever find yourself that you guys gotta step outside and breathe some air, look around you. As as Peterson once said, clean your room and do more than just clean your room. Clean your yard, clean your house. It's one way of finding purpose and finding meaning in life. Is to start looking at yourself, looking at the mirror, and seeing how far you fell down, either in your weight, your appearance, your hygiene. They want you to be depressed all the time and always fearful to do anything.
Yeah, and actually, I just realized something about that. Where all of this being by design. Hey, Ultra.
Hey, though.
All all this being
Hey,
with all take 1984 and Brave New World as guidelines. Not only just that, but even learn all the wrong lessons from Fahrenheit 451.
and Demolition Man.
Yeah,
Yep. Stay on top of it.
yeah. But all this being by design, like they bash on people who dwell in the house and find the only comfort being video games, and that's actually really insulting coming from me, a gamer. Because literally, look at my namesake.
Mhm.
And and then they go on to ruin this stuff anyway by putting in all the political messaging in there, and then wanting to in order to dehumanize us because they know this, and yet they created a problem, and then the moment they do all this, they give us a solution to our problems, which only ends up causing more problems.
Well, it's not even a solution. It causes problems. Nah, they don't provide solutions. They provide alternatives.
Which are not the same as solutions.
Yeah, but they will like to present it as a solution.
Hmm. Take a break, final. Leia, do you have anything to add?
Well, I don't know exactly what our topic is composed of. I've just been saying,
Infantilization.
hmm.
Infantilization.
Well, I will say this: listening to some of your comments, I think the reason we've got this mess that we have right now is I really do believe there's a group of people. A lot of this is politics that are upset that a certain person gained political power and got the highest office in the world, and they could not accept that because they don't like it. So that is why they're deciding to basically do this social engineering through our entertainment
He's just
and
a
through
distraction.
everything else. Yeah,
He's just a distraction. What they really wanted to do was dehum as final point, dehumanize, as I point, demoralize. When it comes up to the infantilization, it makes them it gives them easy access to us
hmm.
because children are innocent and impressionable, and they don't
Yes.
they have yet to develop. As I said years back, the reason why they always want to try to relate to children so badly that they're so close to children so much is because children don't really judge them. Even though children are the harshest, honest people on the planet, but they're so innocent that they get around to them because to them they don't really judge them the way how adults judge them. And adults will be quick enough to pick up on what they're doing. Children don't, not all the time. Not
Yeah,
unless they're raised by a two-parent household.
yeah, and only when they see something right in front of them that they don't get, like now they start to see that the emperor has no clothes. Like,
I'll throw another one in for you to jump in. Final. This one's really gonna run your motor like oil. The fact is that they're also pushing kids to distrust their parents. They've been doing it for years. This is nothing new. This is nothing. It's been repackaged for so long. People still see through it, but it's always going to be repackaged. They always want. They'll do anything to get you to distrust parents or any positive role models that you follow.
But not just positive role models, positive authority figures in general.
Ain't that the
particularly
same as a role
fathers.
model?
Huh?
Ain't that the same as a role model, Dom?
Oh,
Oh, authority figures like like not just like not just like your parents, but also like father figures, mother figures, like if like even like those like your teachers, coaches, police officers.
Yeah, and that's a thing when it comes to if you notice a lot of moral panics in history, guess what's always the talking point? Kids.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is they blame something and thinking, "Oh, it's causing all the kids like going back to the satanic panic." It's just like where they literally just blame everything thinking it's like a worship of the devil or some sorts. And yet there and then they do this with video games and then it happened again when it resurfaced in 2010, I think.
Where you going with this final?
I'm going with this like they always go for it's the same like you said, Wolf. It's literally just the same thing but either just repackage but just now try to but are trying to sell it as like a completely different thing but we
But
know what's going on.
they adopted the habits of the evangelicals and fundamentalist Christians.
Yep.
They but the core thing that many of these so-called socialist communists, what have you, every human extinction label practice that you want to put on them is the fact that they use these very dramatic terms and phrases against you. Well, do, do you want your child to commit suicide? For what exactly? In what way will my child commit suicide? Well, he won't be able to function without his identity. His gender dysmorphia is going to be so bad that he's going to want to kill himself. No, he's not.
No.
He's not. You're just making up a hypothetical.
Uh huh.
There has never been any recorded if there's been never been a recorded statistic of children killing themselves because they were gay or or trans, for that matter. Name one. Name one statistic. Give me a statistic. Because there's never been a mass exodus of children murdering themselves because they couldn't transition in a life. Because that's bullshit.
You got anything to add to this, Ultra?
Oh, the whole masculinity thing, and yeah, I mean, actually, to be honest, like you can see the devastation of people who can't. When people think of acting like a man, people have like multiple interpretations of what that is. You get the where you're supposed to be, which you're supposed to be in control of yourself. You also have to be wise enough to know how to act and when to act in certain groups. You know, you have to be smart. You have to be strong, willed, and mind, spirit, and body. Sadly, some people kind of skip that shit, and you can see the results of what happens when you don't focus on that. Technically, here's a little funny thing. I don't know if I send it in the Discord, but the we mentioned about gender dysphoria. You see a result of that in Florida. Some fucking creature got arrested and lost his shit, acting like a child.
Hmm.
Oh
And that's
yeah,
a
I
result.
Oh
remember
You
reading
yeah.
saw
that.
that one. That was funny, but you can see the result of what happens when you get coddled too much. When someone affirms your illusions without challenging it, you have no defenses against someone challenging you, and you just absolutely lose it. You see that
Indeed.
all the time. You see the people who try to be the whole looks maxing guys. Have you ever seen those dudes? They're funny. They're funny.
What is
They're
it
trying to
called?
be they're trying to be masculine, but in a really gay way. The whole their looks, but the thing is, they're using so many supplements and like body modifications to get all kinds of diseases, cancers. There's one guy who went crazy and ate gold and died. So it's like
What?
Oh, what?
it's weird. Yeah, a guy went full on crazy. Think gold gives you superpowers and ate it and died. Raposo.
Dang.
He believed that, or somebody told him that?
Now he was like high on drugs. Oh,
Wow.
he thought he could crack the code and ended up getting killed.
What a way to go.
How the hell
I
did he
mean,
go?
should fucking grow bricks. That's one way to go. But like that's
Did
the
he tell
problem
he
right
tried to
now.
shove
Everyone's.
a brick down his throat?
I assume he directed like kind of like flakes or gold or something like that
Hmm.
into his mouth. I don't think it's in his veins. I think he tried to eat it like little
Wow.
chunks or
Oh
and
god.
died.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Dang.
well, that's like the problem with people. They're obsessed with one part of of adulthood and not really focusing on the others. And that's the result. You focus on one thing so much, you lose your shit. They got the body down. They try to look good and look healthy in other ways, but they forgot that you have to keep the mind and the spirit just as healthy. You gotta balance it. You can't balance it, you don't get yourself hurt or someone else hurt. And well, no one really wants it. Well, most because it's a lot of work. No one really wants to do that. And it also has to show that you have to go against a lot of your inane nature or your personality to prove that.
Yep.
And not a lot of people want to do that. They want to be set in their ways, which
I mean,
is nice at certain things, but you have to get cross that little line, across your break your bubble a bit to look around and see if what you're doing is actually correct.
hmm absolutely.
This
And, I mean, heck, hey, look, with this, like another issue with this trend of infantilization is essentially they don't want people to grow up.
Yeah,
No,
they would say that when really they want to keep them in that state so then they can have control over that. That's why I used to call them control freaks.
what
Yeah, see, not to
parents
mention like individuals like C.S. Lewis and Roald Dahl, they'll have they'll have some strong words with these people.
well, the thing is, we're dealing with people that we're dealing with people that never got over their anguish to what their parents told them growing up. These are the people that listen to that one song, "I Don't Want to Be Told to Grow Up" by Simple Plan on repeat, and have, have have played that song in their head for so long. It's like they start to develop the Peter Pan syndrome that we like to also bring up. The Peter Pan syndrome. It really is just people that really have had a grudge with their parents and just spilled it out on everybody else. Got cult minded with it, and now
okay.
we're dealing with just a bunch of grown infants.
And the thing is, one of the probably major reasons why this happened. Well, you probably get the factors. It is that people, and it's going to sound weird, but people allowing kids to choose their how their morals or how their lifestyle. Like, I don't want to shove my beliefs or force my beliefs on the kid. I'm going to let him choose. Instead of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're supposed to,
Yeah.
we're supposed to get that point when they reach their 20s.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is if you don't put at least a standard or something there for them to build on or to cling on, um, they have nothing to compare or contrast if they want to change. And if you don't mold the kid's brain and give him what he needs someone else is going to go in and mold that kid's brain to what they want, and they would have no defense against it. I can get why you don't want to, like, I don't want to, upset the kid, but like sometimes you gotta tell a kid the set of rules or what the ethics and the morals are, so they have
Yeah.
something to work on.
Hmm.
And if they want to change it, they can change it later down the line when they're older and they kind of understand more. But leaving, you can tell them that, like, being that you called to them, you didn't tell them the rights or wrongs or
Yeah.
this, the fables and stuff. Someone could come in, usually outside force, schools and all that stuff will come in and just do what they're doing now, and you see the results of that. They are brainwashed like assembly line little drones that, and the ones that don't fit, the ones that are smart enough but didn't want to do that, they get bullied, they get casted out, they get all kinds of shit. You saw that one, what's that one teacher, I think one kid was just kind of like fucking with him, not even like severe, and the teacher lost his shit. It's like, I hope you die. Like, it was something about Trump. The guy was like losing his shit. Like,
Wow.
this most faggy teacher. It's like, how dare you, smug little bastard! I am the reason why you didn't get this suspended. And the kid's like, okay, bro, cool story. He's just also like, bah. And something
Wow.
you notice a lot. Yeah, yeah. Those the people that are doing bah are the ones trying to wolf your kids into be a little them, and it shows that they talk tough, they act violent. They got that down, acting violent, but they don't really like the results of the violence. It isn't like the things like they want. Like, oh, I threatened them, I could get what I want. They don't expect the result of what if they threaten me back and they get their good old boys and drive my ass in the pickup truck. Like, that was that. You see how they, second someone puts their hands on them, they freak out because
Yeah.
being that they were coddled, no one told them that sometimes someone's going to say no and then put a foot in your ass. And sometimes you can't call mommy and daddy to help you to get that foot out of your ass.
Is that legal? He can
Yeah.
hit me? Is that legal?
I mean, there's no cameras around. Everything's legal.
We're in the streets. Everything is legal. I can kick you. I can hit you, and I can kick you in your ball. Bing. Now I'm usually above that, but since you're being a piece of little shit to me and a little bit of racist, I'm gonna kick you in your balls. Bing.
I mean, it's the adage of if a tree falls and no one hears it, did it make a sound? And keep that in mind.
Good to get that Keystone Giving Ultra. Shoot, man. They got me so angry to the point where I'm like, bro, if I was God, I would get rid of the internet. I love you guys. Sorry. Forgive me for what I'm about to do. No more internet. Snap.
We just do pigeons.
Mhm.
Messenger pigeons.
Carrier
And
pigeons.
just like, or else
Yeah.
we'll go to the great town square and just bitch about stupid shit.
Send the Ravens.
Send in the Ravens. We got to talk about Ghost in the Shell. Send in the Ravens.
Like,
Yeah.
the girl that
Send
you-
in the owls.
No, not the owls, the Ravens from fucking Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Well, Ravens are probably a lot smarter. They probably
Oh,
would
yeah.
send in like top speed.
I'm just saying, it's like if you got a girl that you like, you better learn how to fucking write a letter. Oh,
Yep.
that's right. That's right. You weren't taught how to write a fucking sentence, did you? You don't even know how to read a sentence, a full on sentence.
You write a letter. You just get you got flex.
A B C D E F. What does the A sound like? A. What does it also sound like? What does it also sound like? B. What does it sound like? But. What does it sound like? But. What does it sound like? But. There you go. So you can say all this other shit, but you can't read a fucking sentence. Most of you motherfuckers can't even write a fucking sentence. And half the time, when y'all write sentences online, it ain't even right. Half the time, you motherfuckers can't even get your grammar right either. So
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm having a hard time reading half you motherfuckers because most of you motherfuckers abbreviate your shit. Don't know how to use and it seems like you motherfuckers are adverse to using a period and a comma. That
But that's what we call run-on sentences, people.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, use a fucking period or a fucking comma somewhere. I'm reading your shit, and it sounds like you have a long-winded explanation like a little kid.
Yeah,
It's like I'm reading a little kid trying to say some shit, but don't know how to take a fucking breath in between takes.
Yeah, no, man. If you want, if you want someone's attention, you don't need to write down a sentence with like a pen or a pencil. You put that son of a bitch with a quill, a little ink dip, write the sentence right there. With a little quill. Panties be dropping. No, I mean, but look at right now. People using AI to write their sentences, and you can tell
Oh,
what's
Lord.
written by AI. I mean, they go
Uh-huh.
crazy.
Oh, fucking Lord.
Or they write in ebonics, and you kind of want to say all kinds of mean slurs at them because your brain is saying that's not how the English language works. And I mean, everyone's seen that video of the student giving other students like a piece of paper about was it a silhouette of a
Mhm.
dress makes it look gauche. Which okay,
Yeah.
gauche, not a word used a lot today, understandable, but silhouette that's used a lot,
Right?
yeah,
and they just don't know. Like again, it's mostly the blacks. No offense, Wolf, but my God,
yeah. It's the ghetto blacks.
it's always. I think it's I have a cousin that works in school as a teacher, and she always gives me horror stories. Now sometimes it's not the black kids. Sometimes it was like two white kids being a little trouble, little shits, but um. The kids don't write, they don't read, they don't understand. She basically has to babysit them, and then the good students get dragged around because they're trying to actually do their job, and the dumb students trying to make it as hard as possible. You know,
Uh-huh.
jealousy and all that.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Sounds like my school, but it got worse got worse over time. Because Jesus Christ, every time I try to take my education seriously, I was ridiculed for it.
I eventually had to take my education seriously. You know, sometimes I just kind of like auto droned to a point like I really don't care about the subject, but like once like math and stuff, I had to lock in
And on
because
top of that, when you want to,
geometry and stuff kicks your ass if you're not careful.
and even when you want to take it seriously, the teacher had time is freaking distracted by the bad kids,
Oh
and
my god, yeah.
multiply that with 8 bad kids, and you got a recipe for a fucking disaster.
I was lucky that the teachers I had when I went to a high school, they were actually they're very eccentric, but they're really cool. And all the students were there because they were in the same group. They actually were a little well behaved, so we actually was actually a really nice calming experience because we actually learned stuff and dissected sea animals and stuff. Was actually pretty cool.
Truth be
And
Wow,
you could,
all right.
yeah, which I
truth be
learned that.
oh, it gets even better. You got the Mexican kids who don't know a lick of English.
Oh god,
Oh, yeah.
Wait damn near 10 minutes for them to finish a fucking sentence because they have to read that shit trying to understand English.
the thing is, like, they could understand English, but they can barely read it, and they're also fucking retarded. So
Oh, yeah.
They
it's
can't
like a
read
double
English,
jeopardy.
and yet
Yep.
what tripped me out about the Mexican kids was the fact that they couldn't read a lick of English, but somehow they can speak it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they learned it from osmosis from people around them. And they figured it out,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like again, it's like it's straight up proof. Like, oh, I'm Hispanic, and now we're going to like identity cultures and stuff. Like, I'm Hispanic, so I must speak Spanish because that's what their parents taught them, and their parents are
But of
legal.
course,
But
when they get around each other, they go crazy with Spanish. Like everyone does, they spoke English.
or thing is like there's Spanish. People keep now kind of realizing the Spanish that the media has been kind of pushing. It's like ghetto Spanish, like Ebonic Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not actually Spaniard Spanish or Mexican Spanish because they're like different dialects of that. So it's like, oh, so you're not learning Spanish, like proper Spanish. You're learning fucking Chico Spanish, which you're speaking when you're slinging fucking dope around the corner of the 7-Eleven. That's not. That's not the Spanish you need to know, and a lot of kids speak that Spanish. Because I
Uh huh.
admit, growing up, speak that, and you're like, you can. Oh, plus you could tell. Again, it's like the blacks. You can tell which one was raised by trying to be hood culture and one not. It's kind of how they walk and talk and try to like look down while looking up and try and be smug, always causing trouble. Like those you're gonna look like a couple years down the line, you go look at the headline and see their picture and go like, yeah, they got shot by the cops because they're trying to like fucking steal fucking pushy pop or some shit
Oh yeah.
and fucking get gunned down with the cops.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can tell you this actually. When I was during my time in college, when the whole like non-binary nonsense like came into the picture, there and like the Latinx came in, every his every Hispanic person, even those like Americans of Hispanic descent, they said no to that
Latinx is just saying
immediately.
the N word.
Right?
Which is it Latinx or Latinx? How do you pronounce that correctly?
It's either Latinx.
Because like Latinx sounds like a fairy, and Latinx
Right?
sounds like a medical thing in like South America.
Right?
It's so. I mean, I've had Hispanic. I have a Hispanic friend, and someone tried to pull that Latinx thing, and he said, "Just call me a beaner. Just don't call me a Latinx, please." Because I love it. They try to respect these people, try to respect culture by damning it into this sludge of bullshit. Like the Spanish, the Spaniard language is very gendered, and
Yes.
Yeah,
you cannot change that. It's how they
yeah,
talk.
You
Like
can't
look,
yeah.
ever.
look
Heck,
at look at Spider-Man 2, the Insomniac gang when they had the neutral
Oh,
Spaniard, and
oh
oh,
the Spanish
God.
streamers are like, "What the fuck is this guy saying?
yeah.
He's speaking
Yeah,
gibberish."
yeah. Heck, not only just the Spanish language, but a lot of other languages are also gendered based on how you talk. Look at the French, for example.
Oh God,
Oh, the only thing on the Japanese.
or German.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Uh huh.
Dutch, and like it gets if you start removing the gender, it going to go sound crazy.
yeah,
I
They're
mean,
gonna go back to Nazism. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
right? I
Nazis
mean,
like
heck,
the genders. They just didn't like the
right?
Jews.
Right? For example, like the reason why there aren't the languages are gender. I mean, take for instance one of the characters of Final Fantasy IX, like Kina Quinn, it's a very ambiguous design, but like when it's translated like in other countries outside Japan, she is referred to as a she, whereas
yeah,
like in like other states they refer to that as a she or an it.
yeah.
If I could,
Because there's already some indicators to even tell you that. Because the one instance that being the exception in the English version of Final Fantasy IX is Vivi's granddad, who is actually a Q.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
Queen has raised the Q, because there are already indicators just to know that, which the reason why it's been like that is probably because of likely because of the whole design by looking at the silhouette that makes Queen look frumpy, or maybe it's just because it's maybe a nod to Go-Go from Final Fantasy VI, who is literally covered in head to toe from cloth.
Uh huh.
Lad, you have anything to add? Anything that's been on your mind of late on the subject at hand?
Well, a lot of you
And
covered.
remember, don't hold back.
All right. I would basically say to stay on this topic, a lot of you have covered this thing. And if since we're not talking, since you're allowing me not to hold back, I'm going to say this, and I really don't care what anybody thinks. I think we should be ashamed of ourselves as a society that we made the Odyssey the hit that it was. This is a film that should not make any money at all. You have proven Nolan correct when he said we're too stupid to understand the works of Homer, nor do we understand the fact that the movie is practically talking down to us because we become so dumb and so numb to it. We used to be smarter moviegoers back in the day. We used to know what was good and what was trash. But I don't know, for some reason, I guess we were so desperate to see that new thing, we can't see it. And you proved him right. I mean, it's just really sad.
Are
that
you
that
saying
that,
that
that
it made bank? It made bank?
yes,
It,
I know
it
it's going
did?
to make. Yes, I know it's going to make bank. I know this movie's going.
Are you
Did it make?
sure?
Are you
Did it?
Wait,
sure
so
about
it
that?
did.
Right? Are
Wait,
you
oh,
sure?
so
Because
it's not
right
even out yet?
Well, I'm hearing different things from different people. Did it make? Did it
I
open number one or not?
well,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think it
well,
I
had.
don't care.
in the box office projections, the Odyssey is being beaten by the new SpongeBob movie.
There's a new
There's a new
SpongeBob
SpongeBob
movie.
movie?
A new
Yes,
one?
Yeah, there's a new one.
yes,
Jesus
but
Christ.
let that sink in. The new the new SpongeBob movie is projected to beat the Odyssey in the box office.
The only thing I think the
Wow.
Odyssey, I think
Are
the
you
only thing Odyssey would
serious?
have is the cinematography, but like the casting and stuff looks hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Thanks for telling me that because I'm hearing different things. People are
Well,
like, this is the biggest movie of Nolan's career. He
here's
has
my
never had a movie open bigger than the Odyssey.
here's the thing, Leia. Here's the thing, Leia. He made the same movie.
What do you mean the same movie?
He already wrote the Odyssey before he decided to do this Odyssey. You want to know what that movie was?
Yes, please tell me.
Batman.
No, not Batman.
Please tell me. What what could that be?
It might surprise you. Y'all ready?
What? Yeah.
Just say it.
Drum roll, please.
Interstellar was his. He already wrote the Odyssey when he wrote and direct Interstellar. That's literally
Now
the Odyssey
explain.
right there.
Now it explains
Kinda.
why I didn't like the Interstellar so much. Really? And why
Yep.
do you come to that conclusion?
Think about it like this: the story beats. He leaves home. He goes. He goes for days upon days upon days. His wife, his family, they age way more than he does. He comes back home, and everybody he knew has already passed, including his daughter. Now his daughter has been put in the position of his dog, however, Odysseus' dog, who has waited for his master to return home. Not saying that his daughter is a dog or anything like that, but what I'm saying is the dog symbolizes the long years of being out to sea, and what sea is the stars that he ride on. Him along with his crewmates. Matt Damon, I haven't really put a pin on what Matt. Yeah, he uses Matt Damon a lot, doesn't he? But
Yeah, he likes my thing.
I haven't
Could he
really.
be like the Cyclops?
He could be Polyphemus. He could be.
Polyphemus.
He
Well,
could,
from the trailer, like it did, like Polyphemus was shown in the trailer, so
no. Well, I'm talking about Matt Damon in Interstellar because he was in that movie too.
Oh, wait, hold on. Like Matt Damon's character as Polyphemus?
No,
Well,
fucking Christ,
No,
man.
no, no.
No. I'm not saying he was a actual Cyclops, but like how is his character
Uh,
like
he was
like
Well,
Polyphemus?
Wolf is saying
He was
that
Odysseus.
yeah, Wolf is saying Interstellar is basically sci-fi Odyssey, and we're trying to see the beats, the story.
Okay,
compared to
Yeah,
got
it's just like
Odyssey.
okay, gotcha.
So Matt Damon's character in Interstellar, how he interacts with McConaughey, he probably technically could fit as the Cyclops because
Okay,
he was more the antagonist of that story.
and
Yeah.
true.
he just encountered on his voyage, and he almost prevented him from going home. But yeah, like I said, Nolan already made the Odyssey, and yet he made it again.
Yeah.
But with the
This time
but
it's
with the
the
genuine article.
yeah. Though this time it's the supposed to be Homer's The Odyssey, yet trying to
But
be
it's not.
re-envisioned by the
Mm,
crazies.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
supposed to be exactly like the Odyssey,
But
but
it's just like
something like it.
yeah, like it's parallel.
hmm
It's like some movies can be a retelling of an old story, but don't have to always be an identical story beat. Is what I'm trying to say.
For instance, like She's a Man with Amanda Bynes and a young Channing Tatum. That's actually a retelling of one of Shakespeare's stories.
Which one was that one? Because I
It
thought
was
Palmer.
no, it's not the prince. No, it's not the prince. No, Prince of Pauper.
What was it then?
No, she's the man. It was pretty much a retelling of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I was first. No, I was first too. But no, but I remember when I rewatched it and like actually compared it with the original story. I was my reaction was son of a gun. The parallels are strong.
But yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
Nolan pretty much made the same movie again.
Yeah,
So that I didn't pay attention. I didn't. I wouldn't compare that to. I wouldn't compare that to.
I made
I
that
just.
decision by the time I got to the end of the damn movie. I was like, this motherfucker made the Odyssey. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Finish your thought.
I just think it's sad because it's the we talked about this earlier, but it's like social engineering. It is the dumbing down of our culture through this film, and it's just sad people sit in the theater and just don't realize it. That I've heard people say, well, the cinematography looks good and the Cyclops look great, and the way Cersei talks with the pigs, oh wow, you just see the movie just for that. Well, that alone does not what make a movie great. You have to have stories and characters that you care about and connect to, and we're not connecting to characters anymore. We're connecting to gimmicks.
Well,
And
Like,
he also
give
bullshit
him
he
voice.
also bullshit his way through interviews too.
oh yeah, yeah.
When Lupita Nyong'o was talking about the whole we're you know the women and everything, I heard that he didn't even put no spotlight on her ass or any of the females in that film. So I was like, oh wow, you fucking shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard she doesn't have a lot of screen
All that
time.
all that posturing and shit. You was Helen Troy, and I'm just gonna assume they briefly mentioned you and only mentioned you through a narration by that one rapper that they hired to narrate the story.
Oh yeah.
hmm. And
But I
also,
hear,
wait, why is Helen of Troy in the Odyssey when the Odyssey doesn't take place during the Trojan War?
well, Nolan knows that the audience is too stupid to know that
Well,
final.
not even that. It's just the fact that sometimes in so many iterations they use the Trojan War as kind of like a backdrop information as to what they've been through while they're on their way home. Because the main series even touched on the Trojan War briefly before they begin the Odyssey.
Hmm. And I also told this film the women are ugly. Again, what is the deal with ugly women? Like Cersei is supposed to be this beautiful sorceress whose spell he falls under, and Samantha Morton looks like a homeless bag lady.
Well, they wanted
She's
they wanted her to be a witch, so of course they're gonna make her look like an ugly witch. They can't have we can't have sexy witches anymore.
yeah,
Apparently,
because you're right.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
Cersei's supposed to be beautiful. She's
yeah.
supposed to be a
The
beautiful
creators,
black lady.
yeah, creators like like George Perez, may he rest in peace. He was able to capture the beauty of Cersei and how she uses that to her advantage besides her magics.
yeah,
And the
and
DCAU like captured that perfectly.
yeah, and that's supposed to be the thing with a lot of the Greek mythos, especially with Circe, that a woman who is supposed to be beautiful can also just be as deadly. Like especially Aphrodite, who is, even though she is far from a faithful, yeah, she is far from a faithful spouse, where she's always been sleeping around with a lot of men, and yet is also a really overly protective mother. In fact, she was the one who perpetuated
find out.
the Trojan War. I'm going there. Shut up.
She did. Yeah, she got that. She kind of is the one who started all of that.
Yeah,
You're right. She
but
did.
with the ugly witches thing being in the Greek mythos, that's not anything new with the ugly witches. Case in point with L. Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz or the witch from Hansel and Gretel. Those are going to be the common types of witches that are going to be there as the hag
Hmm.
with that. But that's like one type of witch.
The witches were hot in hands-on grill witch hunters, and they were
Yes,
it's like shit.
Yeah.
Like you can put some horns, some cracked skin on them. I still bang them.
Oh, shit.
Dude,
Especially the one that was running on that log when they went after her before they went after the main witches of the movie. I was like, shit. I don't care if she got horns protruding out her head. I still would.
again,
Like
dude.
there's some pretty on her still. It's like I don't care what anybody say. I still would. Especially the one with the horns at the back of her head. I was
Oh
like,
my God.
oh
Wolf.
God,
Man.
so she was my favorite out of all of them. I was like you
Oh
know
my
what?
God.
I ain't gonna
Man.
lie, that one for sure would.
Wolf, if I was like Hansel and
You can pull my
Gretel, and
hair
you,
out
and you,
there
you
with
and I were
blood,
partners,
still would.
dude. If you and I were partners in the world of Hansel and Gretel witch hunters, I would immediately shoot her before you would do anything to her.
Now I'll tell you, that's too like man, that's too bad. Like you couldn't give me at least like 1 minute with her to at least get a kiss on her cheek.
Oh
Oh
God.
my god.
No,
At
You,
Oh
least
my
you, you see a
god.
witch, this haggard thing,
Oh
come like
God.
swamp hag comes out of wood, and you're like, yes, Wolfie like you. Wolfie wants to suck
shit.
you.
You talk to the dude that actually found what's her face from Legend kind of cute.
The
Yeah.
thing that goes bah and then dies immediately because they had to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
that thing.
Oh
So this thing
god.
comes out. This mug monster shows up. You're like, he got a pretty mouth there, lady.
Like,
You just grab your. It's just
Oh
terrible,
god.
terrible pants. It's just
I was like,
Velcro
that's the
pants.
way how you gonna beat her is sweet talker? I was well shit.
Oh God.
Let me hey madam, how you doing?
Oh god.
Oh, what?
He's gonna get raped.
No, I'm just
He's gonna get dragged off into the woods and never be seen again.
the thing is
Yes.
that'll be
Yes.
my ploy for y'all to give y'all guys an opening.
Oh yeah, we're leaving you behind. We're leaving you behind.
Well, if
wait. So Wolf, what you're telling us? You're pulling a guts with how he took down the succubus.
No. The thing is, Guts was the top one. Wolf's is the bottom one here. He's getting pegged. We all know the witch's wife. He's getting completely clapped, and while he's getting just booty cheeks ripped apart, we're just gonna leave. We'll get another guy.
Wow.
If he lives, he lives. He doesn't, he doesn't. You gotta go. Nature's taking him.
Lord. Oh my
But yeah, I don't know how witches deal with werewolves.
Okay.
Don't think too much.
Don't think too much on that. Don't think on that.
yes, please
Oh,
don't.
well, technically, oh god, wait. Is it a white witch?
Well, if we're talking about white witch, she would
I swear to
find-
God, that joke went right past your head.
Well, I was taking the term literal.
No, I wasn't. I was not taking it
I know
literal.
you were thinking of something else. I was thinking of something like in the mythology.
No. We're not talking mythology here, buddy. We're talking about gooning. You, my friend, cannot be smart about the gooning. We know what you are. Stop.
Oh my Lord.
Werewolf.
Well,
But this actually ties this all back to with the infantilization. With fairy tales, especially by the Brothers Grimm. Like they are timeless for a reason
Well, the
because
thing
of not
is,
only how good they are, but also it taught the kids like moral lessons that are based on objective truth.
if I could say
Yeah.
really,
Yeah. I'll let Leia say something. She's about to say something to me.
really quick, and then we can continue this interesting conversation. Final, you will really hit the Odyssey because I heard that Nolan erased everything about the gods. The gods are part of the Odyssey. There are no mention of the gods. They're more like
look here.
a state of
we have to
mind.
start somewhere else.
A state of mind. Athena,
No,
like he said, they're a state of mind. I didn't put any of the because that's part of the fantasy. That's no problem. Nolan has. He sucks out.
We'll
He
talk
can't
about
do the
this some other
fantasy.
time, Leia.
Okay, no problem. But you said don't hold back.
I thought it was gonna be more on the subject of witches with that, but
We can go
but
back
there
to-
is gonna be a way if you if your witch is going to be starting off as a hag but then turns beautiful, case in point, Mother Gotha from Tangled, who only needs the flower and the song in order to help her make her look young. That's why she kept Rapunzel around.
Yeah.
I didn't even see
And
that.
also like I don't know with Gotham, like I don't know, see, actually look at the dangers like of people that would take advantage of anybody, not just abusive parents, especially only when women like abuse like young men and boys.
And girls.
Oh yeah,
Yes, but some witches, I guess it's according to the writer, but some are alluringly beautiful. Cersei is
Yeah,
supposed to be a sorceress, but she's alluringly beautiful because Odysseus falls under her spell.
Let's get to the next infantilization crisis that we're also dealing with. The increased fetishizations of youth, the the dopamine addled brain that's been caused by the mm, porn industry, the basically just the dirtying of the mind to the point where nobody knows how to build a relationship anymore. They
yeah,
they're
and my
so fetishized adult that they will they would think that if anybody would get into a date or get into a relationship with you, they're so openly down with any kind of nasty thing you saw on the internet,
hmm
mm,
or even if there's a moment where copulation happens, right? There's been we heard this from our good old friend Janelle one time that there's an increase in biting, slapping, smacking, choking, neck grab
yeah,
during sex. A lot of women
y-
have
yeah,
about that. Ironically, a lot of women have complained about that.
Yes, I've
That
heard a lot about that. Yeah.
men
About
are
what?
the neck grab.
neck grab, slapping, biting, choking, anal play.
Well, isn't most porn fake, or most of it fake?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
It's
fake.
it's supposed to be all fantasy, like all these scenarios that they can come up with. It's ridiculous what they come up with. Jesus Christ!
Well,
But
no,
these,
listen. If it was like old porno where they actually had like sets and stories and stuff, that's more the fantasy. Modern porn is just it's just disgusting.
mm-hmm.
It is like look at the eyes, Chico. There's nothing there. It is disturbing. Plus, if you want to stop any porn addiction, there is legit. I think this thing called Wood Rocket, which is the interviews of the porn stars. You
Mm-hmm.
will get a barf bag because you will start chucking up all kinds of shit because they say the most nastiest things. Like one lady had a sponge up a cooter for like 3 days, and you kind of go, "Did you not smell it? Did you not feel it? If you
Yeah,
can't feel something in your cooter for 3 days, doctor, doctor immediately. Your nerves are dead, doctor." One guy, like one dude's asshole just fucking exploded because you know it was a little bit too wide, and your booty hole is not supposed to be that wide, and your guts just fall out. It's you kind of go, oh my god, why would people want to do this for anything for money? This sounds terrible.
yeah. Just oh my
Well,
god.
here's another thing: the whole calling people daddy, mommy is one thing. Even so, they call them family. They call their partner. Let's go with that terminology. Partner, daddy, or any kind of family name that's labeled towards your lover, which is always weird. That's that's not even getting to the clothing that they wear that they probably bought from Spencer's because they vacation there. But just Jesus Christ, like a lot of things that have been searched through porn. Well, if you look at the percentage of what gets searched a lot in porn, it will disturb you. Namely, the incest.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. That well, I think we can guess why that's being pushed, but it's
Mm.
it is you kind of go like I'm not you kind of like you can't get into this. This is just watching some guy's weird projection of reality. And you kind of go, whoever did this would stab me in the stomach in a dark alleyway and take my shit and then like goon over my body as I die. Like that,
Ugh.
no,
It's like
it is insane.
there's even moments where that's why we also get lately a lot of people that likes to push polyamory. They always want a polyamorous relationship, or even when they get into a relationship and cheat on a relationship, then they throw that out there. It's like, oh, I just wanted a polyamorous relationship.
Why didn't you
I
say it
blame
then?
anime.
Or they use they'll use anything as a get out of jail free card.
Well, the thing is with the poly relationship, it was made by a bunch of hippies to destroy
Yeah.
the fucking oh, we're destroying the system, man. We're making love is love, man. We're sure our love.
Like, yeah,
And then they
and that's
forgot.
how.
And the
And
thing is, they forgot the reason why people don't do it. Why do people not do it? Jealousy. People get really jealous really quickly. If you agree not to
Oh
be
yeah.
jealous, nigga gonna be jealous. It happens when you think with your dick, you gonna get jealous.
yeah,
Second of all, diseases. Don't know who's who. You can't be fucking everybody in the groove. Somebody gets sick and they never get sick. It's just not
yeah,
healthy. Second of
Oh yeah.
all,
or third,
children
rather.
getting if children are produced in that relationship, those kids are either going to get beaten or dead. And there was a case of I think the case when they were trying to push the poly shit with the fat chick and the four little goblins that she was working. Um, I think her kid. I don't know her kid died, but got beaten by another one of the members. Um, it's just
We don't know who the
unhealthy.
father is, so we can beat them up.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just like,
listen, listen. If you see the pictures of those people, they're not going to get a fight with each other. They're too much of a coward. They'll take on the defenseless baby
Hmm. Well,
because that
yeah,
makes more sense.
that's gonna be my next point. You got me next point, but we're gonna keep riding the train a little bit here. Another thing why marriage was a thing, it prevented rape.
yeah,
Hmm.
You can't you couldn't conquer a woman if she was in a marriage by a man, a strong man, mind you, a strong man in mind, body, spirit, and will. Because if she was married to a weak man, that man would get that woman up instantly
Yep.
yeah,
to the would be conqueror. But no, like marriage was built for the sake of protecting women from marauders, from or any invading assailants, from turning them into sex slaves. And yet they want to twist that shit around and turn that into well, that's just another gilded cage in itself. It's like,
Hmm.
yes, but sometimes you marry the wrong dude. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. That sometimes you run into the wrong dude to marry, but it's still a system that keeps you from being assailed by different people. And most of the time, women seem to have this proclivity to, as I said in the back room, this proclivity to run to danger because danger is somehow exciting for them. It's like you would rather be you rather be in the thralls of multiple men and kid yourself into thinking that you are the one with the power over these men, or at least you conditioned your mind to thinking that well I'm actually in control here. Which are you really? Because if you are in control, you wouldn't be popping pills every night or chugging down wine every night if you were in control of these men, in control of your body. You let it's like OnlyFans seem to give you avenue to quote unquote explore your wild side, but to how long? Because in truth, this is the legalized prostitution that they always wanted, and yet no matter how much you want to soften up prostitution, and I'm gonna call it that. I'm not gonna call it sex work. Y'all can get mad at me all you want to. I'm gonna call it for what it is, the old profession, prostitution. No matter how much you try to soften up, it's still prostitution. And with that comes always pitfalls. It's like you may not be under the control of a pimp, but you're still under the control of multiple men that want to see you for your body parts, that want to sexualize you for for the body that you have. They're still exploring your body. You're exploring your body towards these other men, these unknown men and women. Maybe we don't know. It's usually the guys that are looking at this, right? But who's to say it's not the women that's also doing this? Who's to say it's not the woman that also abused them even more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my thing is the the sexual revolution. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised that they even call such a thing as such. Really screwed up women badly. That one mainly. There's a lot of things that the feminists had ushered in that ruined women, but it's definitely the sexual revolution that really screwed them over because
Mm-hmm.
they really think that there's some things that men do that they can do, but the problem is that their brains are not their brains are not wired to the way how men think. They, in their minds, they always think the men have no consequences to what they do. We have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Even too much sex can affect us poorly. It can reflect us. It can even reflect us poorly as well. So I can't even put my finger on what are the negative effects to us when when it comes to too much sex, right? I mean, isn't it the case of you not having to know what will be a legit relationship? Because I know it
It
affects.
would be that, but I think it's also with a very similar system with when someone has an addiction to something.
Well, the thing is, we're led to being still like no matter how many women we have slept with, we can brag about it all we want to, but we always want to crave for that one woman, that the right woman, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the case of erectile dysfunction. There's also the diseases, of course, that factor in. But I'm trying to remember what was the trying to remember what was the mental hang up for us because we go through that shit too, but we go through it differently than women. See, women's issues is that they get attached. It's a part of their biochemistry. When when we intermingle, right? That sends a signal. Are you following me, Leia?
I'm listening.
Maybe you have some. Maybe you have an idea of what it is, or maybe you
Well,
don't.
if I add to you, I have always said that we're lacking romance. We're lacking heterosexual romance. We're seeing too much of promiscuity. We see too much, or we'll just bang, but this doesn't mean anything. It's just us having sex and just for the heck of it. There's no relationship. There's no love. We're seeing more of that in stories and less romance. I always said, I know I say it 1,000 times, but one of the reasons I got turned off by True Blood is when they broke up Cynthia and Bill and the romance went out and suddenly became soft porn city. And all the show talked about was it became nothing but just sex. And the romance was taken away. And we don't seem to see that anymore.
But
And
I'm
I'm
zeroing in
missing
on
that
the
because I think a
I'm
lot of these
zeroing,
liberal women think romance or falling in love with a man
yeah.
is weak. And that is terrible.
Well, they again they're trying to think what a man thinks, but
Yeah, they're
when
trying to be men.
But here's the thing: what they tend to think that a man do, they or at least when they want to become the man, they end up becoming the worst man. See, that's the thing. It's like if we were to take what they want to do, right? This this
Mm-hmm.
whole this whole to that effect of not needing a man, they always want to become the man or the penis envy, right?
Yes.
My question is, why of all the penises do you envy the worst man still? Like no matter what, every time when you try to compete with men or try to try to behave like men, you still behave the worst men. You don't even behave the good men.
Yeah,
You don't you don't behave the gentlemen, the good men, because we all know why. They only ran into the assholes. They always deal with the assholes. So to that end, they end up mimicking and perfecting the mimicry of the asshole, or at least they identify a good man with the asshole.
yeah, and I think you've also answered your own question when you said that women always wanted to go straight into danger, and I was about to get onto something on that because I also had this on my mind with it the moment you said that,
Most
and this
definitely.
has been and this has been going on. Um, I forgot what was it that thing called. Basically, it's where a whole subsection of literature, of women's literature, mind you, had been bombarded with the humanoid anthropomorphic dudes that were all men and are all just erotica. That started to blow up when that just now gone viral. Even before Shu and Head made a whole video about that,
Well,
where
you're also it leads credence to, again, sexual revolution or the sex craze. They everybody has conditioned themselves to think that sex is liberating. Sex is a cure to all their problems. Sex is a cure to their mental issues. That
yeah,
that
but
that
in what way, in what context do they mean by sex?
the unhealed wound in them. A lot of people, both men and women, have identified with their trauma, have identified the wounds left behind by other people, which is funny because it ties back to the infantilization of the not growing up and Peter Pan syndrome as well to lead more evidence. You got people that don't want to get over their struggles. They don't want to get over their grudges. They don't want to get over their pettiness. They don't want to get over their trauma, and etc. etc. There's a lot of people they don't want to get over on as well. They want to stay stagnant. Yet they
Yeah,
call they call
and
anything traditional, anything conservative, anything normal as backwards and outdated. You want to jump in? Jump in. Go ahead,
y-
brother.
yeah, and I was about to say that it's like that's what happened. That's exactly what happens when stagnant water. What happens to stagnant water? It becomes scum. It becomes toxic. I learned that thanks to Dave Ramsey.
It's funny you mentioned scum, the scum manifesto. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's just that. Uh,
That's what we're dealing with, guys. We're dealing with people that want to remain children, but at the same time, when faced with a dilemma, then they want to be an adult late term. It's like what Ultra says. It, it's like when confronted with an issue, they run away, but to regain some of their either their power, their dignity, their whatever, they end up attacking something else that they don't perceive a threat. Anything that they needed to confront, they perceive a threat, and they run away. But anything that they don't perceive a threat, they attack.
yeah,
Hmm.
You see how many times they attack, either children or women or even elderly for that
yeah,
matter. They attack people that don't that would never raise a fist in the conversation at somebody or raise a hand to each other, and yet here they are raising their hands to some people. I'm sure, Leia, you've seen that in some of your feeds.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do.
That's why
Um,
to the heart of tonight's conversation is look at what we're dealing with. We're dealing with children that have grown children that have no impulse control, as Ultra
Hmm.
explained. No, no impulse control whatsoever. That's how that's pretty much what they're doing too, as well. They're trying to take away all impulse control. They want you wild. They want you unruly because disciplining us is akin to slavery or akin to abuse.
Yeah. Oh, the irony is not lost on me there.
Telling us
Because
no is a
hold on,
fight.
sorry, Wolf. Yeah,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Wolf.
Go
Um,
ahead.
because the discipline that anything that's what leads to freedom, what even creates life. Hence conservatism, especially with the conservatives. Never mind their own problems that and their own hang-ups that they always like to put up on the media. Thanks, Daily Wire. That any of the stuff that even that how they view sex, which is the creation of life, but with the union between men and women, because that's how God made that. That's why He made Adam and Eve to begin with. And yet, just that's somehow and heck, even a lot of the stuff in the Bible, that's what led to the morals of our country in America. And yet, but that's besides the point. But that's somehow slavery and limiting somehow to these guys, but yet if you're under their discipline where literally anything goes, where you just allow them to do whatever they say, that's liberating. But the moment you step out of line, they go after you. They start going after you, but even with you're still with them, you're expendable to them anyway.
And you see a lot of that with minorities who are seen as this protected class, even though they're not, nor they should be treated as a protected class. They're people, human beings, like you, me, and everyone else here.
Yeah, so like what Wolf was about to say before I interrupted him, like discipline somehow slavery, like being told no. Holy crap! They scream bloody murder.
Or they threaten to kill themselves if you tell them no.
they don't want to hear the word no. They think that they're entitled to everything. No, what do you mean no? I should have this. I should have that. I should be a first of the line because I'm this or that. It's just
But
they
why?
they're spoiled to that. They think some think because of who or what they are puts them at the front. Because I am different, whether it be gender or choice of sexuality or choice of sexual partner, I should be at the front. When you're different, but you're not perfect. You're not better. You're just different. And
At
that's
what
what they don't understand.
at what point was it going to take for us to try to do? Ah,
Like, hold on, Wolf. What way do you think you deserve everything you want just by frickin' existing?
no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm about to say. No, just something that's been running through my head too. It's just let's just hope it really doesn't come down to this. But say on the off chance if this will be the end game, if you will, which is our side rioting, right? Just straight rioting, right?
Mm-hmm.
What will be the catalyst for that? What will be because we really are not at the breaker, but we really are handling the situation as best as we could with a steady hand and an upstanding way, and we're against the pushback is working, but like I'm a little scared, guys, because I'm hoping that it doesn't come down to this. But at some point, what will be the catalyst that will get our side to riot? and Jesus Christ, God forbid they go this far because they've already went as far as they could with the sexual stuff in schools, but like God forbid they introduce bestiality in the classroom
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I hope
because
it doesn't get to that, but I would not be shocked. I
they already
hope.
talked about bringing in sex dolls to teach the kids, and I'm like, in what way are these fucking sex dolls are supposed to teach these kids more sexual stuff? Is that what? Because I know you know what I know why they're motioning this bullshit, especially in New York. I'll tell y'all why. They got caught so many times that they're gonna replace themselves. They're willing to replace themselves with artificial intelligence. Air quotes there, air quotes. But they're using they replace themselves with sex bots because well they can't take those bots to jail while teaching the kids about sexual orientations and sex positions and all kinds of sexual bullshit that kids at the age that they are not supposed to be learning, especially not. They're doing this in kindergarten, by the way, Leia.
Yeah, and I kid you not. And the last time I was actually visiting at my at my local Barnes and Noble, there's actually a kids book as well that tries to that not trying to like expose kids to like sexual orientations, but trying to push the whole non-binary bullcrap onto
Uh,
them.
Well, they've been doing
yeah.
it a long time anyway. That ain't nothing new. I'm talking about this whole shit that Conference TV
Yeah.
had.
And yet these guys go on to say, have the right to, have the gall to say on how a real woman is.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Like I
Or,
said,
And I hate
like,
to
what
use,
counts as a real woman.
yeah, what they think a real woman
well,
is.
the thing is, they're all doing this shit just to hide the crimes that they're doing their damnedest to try to hide their criminal activity. No matter how many times they're doing it, they're doing criminal activity. They're gonna try to reframe the definitions. They're gonna try to reframe the laws. They're already doing most of that shit. That's why we have come to a time where people are in favor of the criminals more so than the victims.
We're seeing
Depending
that already.
on the skin color. It all depends on skin color, orientation, what have you. And I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? They're they're feeling sorry for the fucking criminals.
Yeah, and
Especially,
they keep giving freedom to the criminals.
well, they've been doing that shit for a long time
Well,
anyway.
that's why they're making so many villains victims and the heroes because they identify
I'm talking about real
with
life
the
though.
villains
Yeah,
in
he's talking about real life, though.
real
It's
life
certainly a
too.
thing. Yeah, it's certainly a thing with fiction. That's why they keep doing that. But yet they keep doing this all from real life, and
Yes.
yet
They
they are
wrong.
more in favor of those guys and want to be posed as humane or moral, as
Well, they,
though morals were like some kind of report card.
it's all about freedom to them, or at least their twisted version of freedom. The freedom to stab anybody they don't like, freedom to punch a Nazi. That's why they throw that label around at somebody because that's them. Have you noticed they also identify as witches?
Yes.
Oh
right.
yes.
Speaking of witches, that we went on a junkie joke tirade on. They have been very, 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 very unhinged on the witchcraft shit. So they
Yeah,
to the
and yeah,
point where
like yeah, if these people they don't even know the full history like of the Salem witch trial. They only know the PC
sure they
history.
know. They just want to reframe it so that they can feel good about casting spells on people.
You're right. I am seeing an increase of young women, lesbians particularly. I'm sorry, but they are that
Yeah,
are calling
but they're the
witchcraft.
gays.
Yeah, that are
Yeah,
calling
and also
witchcraft their
don't
religion.
apologize, Leia, because the kid. I've already said in the intro, the kid gloves are off.
Yeah, I'm seeing a large abouting of them. I saw one on the news where I live by, and all of the women in this coven are lesbians. They don't want men, but they say witchcraft is their religion. What they do is religious. It's all about religion, but it's
And I think,
increasing. I am seeing more of this,
and I
not
think
just
before you sleep video, this one girl got went into police custody. Was sitting in the police vehicle in the back, kicking, screaming, kicking the window, spitting, and then when she finally got tired of doing that, she started doing a little witch chant, like a Latina girl too, by the way, and you you could easily identify them now with the uniforms that they wear. Sometimes they wear yoga pants. Wear yoga pants, but they don't do no yoga.
Uh
mm-mm.
huh.
Some wear all kind of workout pants, but they don't work out. Most of them are skinny, but are not in shape, and yet they wear yoga pants. Some wear yoga pants and they're out of shape. Some wear yoga pants and they're obese, but
If
they
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
obese, you should not wear yoga pants. That is against the law.
No. No.
neither and BBLs should be off limits too.
Question: what is BBLs? I'm not hood enough.
That surgery that enlarges the booty.
Yes.
Uh,
I don't know the correct terminology of the abbreviation, but I just know the abbreviation BBLs. And ain't no way no booty should be wiggling the way those BBLs be wiggling. That's how you know.
Well, even
Wiggle
some of those girls have had surgery to
oh
get
yes,
yeah.
back to the OnlyFans girls. They use all that money to search to some of them, not all of them, will go out of their way to do all that surgery, lip fillers, uh, 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 eyebrow raise, Botox. I was like, Jesus Christ, and whew, let's not even get into the actors side of things on that.
Woo!
Ooh, Lord, they are real, man. Man, it used to be a time where when women celebrities try to stay young, they, you know,
Yeah,
the skin stretching, the liposuction and everything, and it
yeah.
it used to be limited to the nose and the brows. You know, sometimes the breast. You know, they get breast implants or in some cases breast reductions. 'Cause before let me get the timeline correctly. Before there was also the breast implants. Then later on we got the breast reductions, and this is pointing towards the women that are naturally big breasted. By the way, versus the ones that progressively made their tits smaller when they had naturally small tits. Then we're back to the whole breast enlargement and breast reduction both either want to be flat chested or big breasted. Take your pick. But nowadays we got the removal of the fat in the cheeks, making yourself look like a 40-year-old. Even the dog agrees. Ew. The dog said ew. It's like you see it with Millie Bobby. Oh my lord, Millie Bobby Brown.
And
Scared.
also Starlight herself of the boys and
Yeah,
Ariana Grande.
yeah, Moriarty. Ooh lord. Mm-mm. I'm fearful for the ones that I really did do admire, like you know Jennifer Lawrence, the newest edition. That ooh lord, keep that away from Daphne King. Keep that away from her, please, Lord, protect that little girl. She ain't little no more, but still, y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Daphne King.
Yeah,
Who's that? Oh, X-23. Oh, okay.
X-23.
Yeah,
Hmm.
her. That's Abby King.
Who also playing that shitty ass acolyte. Jesus Christ, they did her dirty, man.
Oh
She was an
man.
acolyte.
Yeah, she was an acolyte. She was that little alien white girl.
Oh
Unfortunately,
god.
Yep,
unfortunately,
yep.
she was in that one.
And she died quickly, which is funny because even though she has a stunt double herself, she's a she's a well committed action star to herself. And yet you have that one bitch that's supposed to be committed to the role, but she has a stunt double that does everything stunt wise. You could t- you could tell by the height difference when every time they switch to the stunt double, which is hilarious. Plus, the stunt double doesn't even look anywhere near like her either. I was like, damn, did they get an Asian girl to play her stunt double? Because that is too damn weird. She just turns like in one shot she's an Asian girl, but in the closer shot she's black again. Then she's Asian again. Then she's black again. Like for reals? It's easy too because they got because some 9 times out of 10 she's always masked up. But I digress, man. Let me get back to the whole surgery thing. Like Jesus Christ, yeah. The surgery thing leads to my next point about the infantilization, which is sometimes when the infantilization sets in, then they have this whole yearning to grow up fast as well. And God forbid the child stars come in because then on top of that, the studios themselves want them to keep they still want to keep that whole thing, that whole trend of keeping them young, like they did way back when. A lot of actors suffer for that. Shia LaBeouf,
Hmm.
even pop stars like Justin Bieber, hate his fucking music, but I do feel sorry for him from what I from what if the stories are to be believed, which I'm inclined to believe them. Okay, hell, some of these stars back then, now looking back, you can easily tell that they wanted to be something else differently than what the studio want them to be. Like imagine Chris Brown. I'm pretty sure Chris Brown wanted to stay the pretty boy, soulful boy until he had to decide to become the bad boy, right? And where did that get him? Almost in trouble with Rihanna and the news and the media
Yep.
because they wanted him to act out the thug when 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 in fact when he first started out he was just this cute little boy, little innocent boy, you know. Let me see you run it, can't be a run it. Then get to wall to wall. He getting all this whole bad boy look. They always did that to some of these really goody boys. And let's not forget the women. Ooh, the women. Jesus Christ.
Woo. Oof.
It gets bad for the women just as much. Christina Aguilera wanted to stay like soulful, churchy
Soulful.
girl.
Yeah.
Then later on, she became a sort of sex symbol. At what age? Does anybody remember? What age?
Was she 16, 17?
I would say 20, but
Okay.
that ain't too far off. Every single time they make these girls go bad girl, it always seemed to happen at at the double digits, the small double digits.
Yeah.
Well,
Every
Miley,
time.
And yeah, but with Christina Aguilera, I remember like when she first like made her debut, like as a teenager, she had potential to be the next Tina Marie.
It's rare that you get a female pop star that stayed the same way when she began, or at least stayed that way and elevated that message, and still, I would say, still maintain her integrity and dignity. And the only person I can think of right now is Randy and Alicia Keys.
Brandy, Alicia Keys, and also Maya.
Maya, yeah, definitely Maya. And maybe
Oh, and India Irie.
India Arie, definitely India Arie. And Faye Evans Hill.
Faith,
Monica,
well,
did you say Monica?
I always get
Monica,
the names mixed up.
Monica, Kelly Rowland,
Kelly Rowland.
and
What Biggie's
actually,
girlfriend?
I want to say, I want to say Dolly. How is she get?
Well, Dolly, I'm Dolly was Dolly OG though.
Yeah.
And Reba.
They,
Ooh.
but again, those are
Oh,
OGs.
geez.
They didn't have the industry on them like that bad.
No.
The industry was a whole different beast back then when they got their when they came up. You feel me? I'm talking about when we got into the '90s and the 2000s. There was this surge of making these girls into these objects of desire, but they were also bad. You know, they were
Hmm.
firecrackers. They were wild. Far be it for me
Basically
to
just
say,
sex crazed.
far be it for me to say this shit, considering the shit that comes out of my mouth on a regular basis when we're on here. But I'm just letting you guys know there's still some human in me. You know,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm saying I'm the last one to be always calling this shit out, but I'm calling it out just you know what's the word? What's the phrase? I'm trying to avoid using common phrases. I'm doing my part. Let's just say that I'm doing my part as a responsible adult.
Yes.
I don't want to stay lingering on a phrase that's off on me right now. But my thing is like I'm just saying it's like youth. We're talking about the youth here when we go into this infatuation. At least around that time, still the silver lining of that era, we get to still see them as adults. They were able
Uh
to
huh.
somehow manage it to some degree with varying results. Britney Spears, thankfully, she's okay. But these days, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is getting way too out of hand.
Absolutely.
I think I'm agreeing with majority of people that's saying that Hollywood should burn. I think the whole energy. I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Like, shit, I'm lost in my words. That's what I'm saying. Like, what would be the catalyst that would bring us to just like storm every fucking thing that has harmed people?
Well, we got to try to fight back and get our common sense back. Like I was telling someone, men, guys, you guys got to start standing up to this crap. You got to stop the lies that are being spread about men and masculinity. Because if we
Hmm.
go at this
Hmm.
rate, I fear for this generation because you're going to have a generation that's not going to be fathers, that's not going to be leaders, that's not going to be what a father and a man should be
Well,
because they are letting these people dictate to them what is going on. They need to start standing up to this.
well,
You got
call
to
for
start
what it
standing up to
is.
this.
Call for what it is. We're looking at one side's human extinction plan. That's what they want. They
Hmm.
see here's the thing though. Here's the thing. They're under the impression that they're gonna live to see the human race go extinct. Dude, it's called extinction. The terminology of extinction means everybody goes.
Equal
Yeah.
opportunity.
You're
Yeah.
confusing genocide to extinction. Extinction means every species goes.
Yep. An exodus.
Genocide means you pick and choose who goes. But the human race endures without the human race endures without that subject. Okay,
Yeah.
but when they say extinction, I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. You talking about yourself then? Because extinction means everybody goes.
I think they do mean it in that context because they do know that they would be going because they want because if anyone they hate goes, they're taking them with them
Yeah, but
Well,
because that's how petty these guys are.
I also get the feeling that they also are so high on themselves they think that they're gonna live to see us gone. But
Well, the people that try the whole human extinction thing, they're trying to extinct everyone else. They want to live forever because they don't see themselves as human. They see themselves as superior. That's the thing. Like you always are like, oh god, they want to lessen you, but not them.
well,
You
they're
know,
eugenics in
yeah,
secret.
they're eugenicists, but they're retarded. So they're retarded eugenicists that have no idea how eugenics actually work. So they're just
Mhm,
making shit up as they go.
mhm.
uh-huh.
All that shit was always made up when it was conceived of, anyways. Most of these motherfuckers didn't really have a concrete plan because at the time they even moved that shit on to people who actually committed to that cause because
Yeah,
they didn't want them having second thoughts. They didn't want them turn their guns back on them when they come to realize what the hell they've been doing this whole damn time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they end up doing it. All this shit, the socialism, the communism, all this thing that leads to human violence en masse is just them appeasing whatever fucking ancient god they want to appease. For one, for two, so soon as they okay all this mass killing and planned violence and strategic violence, they just can't get enough of it. They get addicted to it.
yeah, and
No.
right now at this moment, I feel like I want to pull an Ian Malcolm so bad in the dinner scene in Jurassic Park.
Hmm.
It's like, um, I forgot exactly the exact lines, but it's basically along the lines where he's like he's not agreeing with Hammond's methods. It's just like yeah, you're so preoccupied of what you could do, but you never bother to question what you should do.
Don't put that line in with with the communists. Because what Ian Malcolm, when he says that line, final, he is basically saying it as a cautionary thing when it comes to unchecked curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much the fact that John Hammond was preoccupied with he was basically critiquing John Hammond and those who worked at Jurassic Park at the fact that they discovered the genome to survive ancient life, but never stopped to think that we should do it.
You sound way too distant from your mic, Wolf.
I'm
Oh,
actually close to it. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
no, we hear you now.
Yes. It's like, yeah, you say, yeah, but your scientists and engineers were so preoccupied on yeah, nah, you know what? Let me get my thought across.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
basically what he was saying to him. Do not like that. Do not put that line next to the communists because they don't think about should they do it. They've already done it. That line will not shake them like it does with scientists that have the curiosity to discover things, to explore things,
Okay.
and which leads whenever we do get around to whenever I do get around to self Jurassic World trilogy, now I know why I dislike Malcolm. I just in just an instance, I'm gonna write this shit down either tonight or tomorrow. But this is the reason why I don't like Malcolm, because he for one he speaks in absolutes, he's the kind of people that tend to granted granted it was written at the time where we haven't really come to view things the way we do now. So I don't really blame him for being also naive, just as is. But yeah, it's what he said to Hammond about the thing and what he used to equate what he was doing at Jurassic Park. I was like, yeah, that's an interesting analogy, but I also hate you for using that analogy. But let's keep going, or
Mm.
rather, let's start wrapping it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So get your final thoughts in, starting with who wants to go first? Should we draw straws? Metaphorical straws?
Well, okay. My final thought is, like I said it already. We've got to start fighting back against to get common sense back, but
Well,
not with
we already are.
yeah. Well, we need to continue it in every aspect, from media to personal to work to family. We have to start reject. We have to stop letting Hollywood lead our lives. We've got to start pushing back against that.
Oh, go beyond Hollywood.
Yeah, or beyond Hollywood. You want to say media, politics, whatever it is. We have to start pushing against that and claiming our lives and our common sense back in
Well,
any all the aspects.
like I said, they got at this point we're just going to take the sledgehammer to HR, to higher positions, to the schoolyard, to the school curriculum. We just gonna have to just exercise what they already see of us as tyrants, as bullies. We pretty much got to bludgeon and bully our way them out, just basically bully them out of it, you know, because they don't like confrontation. They really don't.
Yeah, but yet they would only like it if yet they were the ones that bring the confrontation when something doesn't go their way.
And that's why I think we just need to just we just gotta be the thing that they say we are: bullies, tyrants, egomaniacals, whatever, what have you. History will remember us as heroes for it. Take away from Doom. But yeah, that Ultra.
Yeah, the whole thing, people need to basically, I don't know if they start back scratch one, but really have to regain what they had, learn from the past and try to apply it to the future.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is like you can't assume once you achieved it, you're like, all right, now we just let it go on autopilot. You have to. It's like no matter what, you have to sharpen your blade type thing. You have to make sure it's all maintained, organized, and never let go dull. If you let it go dull, we'll go back to square one and have to do it again. You have to keep it on track
For those who
and
do
be vigilant. Yeah, be vigilant and don't let things go. Don't be lazy. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Do it yourself.
mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the major problem. Do not wait for someone else to say to give you the green light. Do it yourself and run by example, so people can follow. All right, don't wait for somebody else to do it.
To summarize most of what he said, because he kind of sounded like he was underwater. Yeah, be vigilant, maintain, hold fast, hold steady, be style work, safeguard. Once you take it back, safeguard. If anybody can hear me as well. going through a tumultuous time, especially with the whole a lot of technology being on the frets and shit.
Yeah, the storm's been going crazy. Those every day, it's just been heavy rains.
Here we even having we're beginning to have a bit of a somewhat of some heat here.
I hate the heat. I hate humidity.
I can't wait till November.
I
Mm.
can't wait for fall. This heat has been too much in Michigan. Last week we had 7 days of over 100. It was just too much.
Final,
No, don't worry. Fall will start on September 20th.
final. Your final thoughts?
My final thoughts being that I would say, like, actually, not. I'm just gonna be saying this right now. Yeah, the gift of life ain't no accident. Whatever these all these leftists like to do, communists, the corporatists, antinatalists, those guys, all the feminists, those guys can fuck off. They can say all their say. They could say us, call us names, whatever they want. They'll even call us the P word when push comes to shove. Fuck those guys. Still, fuck those guys. But always just be leaning to, and I do not take this anything else seriously, that they'll try to gaslight with this, but don't even pay attention to what they've been saying, but always have the appreciation of life, and have value to your own life, and actually, you know sharpen your blade, as Ultra said with that, and actually be able to protect your life, and also the life of finding a woman that you do love, or a man that you love, if I'm talking to any of you ladies out there, and then potentially have this to your kids, and be there for your kids. Fuck the media. Don't ever listen to the fucking media.
Man, you got a lot to say. Dom,
But the reign, the reign of the political correctness, the soft languages, is coming to an end. How we may be winning, but the the war is still going on, and we just gotta keep our heads up and let cooler heads prevail.
my final thoughts. At this point, when we do receive a foothold, just keep in mind we gotta live with these assholes still. They're gonna come. They're gonna come back swinging once again. They're gonna try to do this shit one more time. The best thing we can do, what we can try to do, is keep these assholes back where they once were before, which is either behind a computer doing a shit podcast talking about how bad things are, even though they don't have any life experience, no life skills whatsoever, no life interactions. Keep these assholes where they belong in a school where they're constantly running around in circles, smoking weed, getting high, getting laid, doing nothing with their lives. Like shit, dude. We had our whole stuff is ran by people with no skills, have no ambitions, never wanted to be there in the first place. But they felt their need to go there in the first place just to ruin it because they felt like because their feelings told them to do it. It's always about how they feel. By the way, yeah,
That's,
a lot of these
that's
things that
actually bring back mental silence.
And also, one other thing. You're not obligated for shit.
you mean entitled, but I feel you.
Yeah, I know it's entitled, but a lot of people have been using that too much. And yes, they are entitled, but they use that as obligation.
Well, I'm describing entitlement when they join into things that they never wanted in the first place. They never wanted to be in the first. It's been they just live for our misery. They live for our That's basically what they're doing. They're living for our misery to see us miserable because they're miserable. But again, as Ultra pointed, when you confront them, they shrink because they can't handle confrontation. They like I, like I said earlier in the stream, they teach weakness all the time. It's kind of strange how well they can. It's really strange how well they got a foothold in it, and this is how they did. They got somebody else to deal with us, somebody who's willing to get into confrontation with us. But now they're running out of people and a lot of bodies to confront us with. Pretty soon they're gonna run that out, either due to jails being a thing. People are now starting to lock these assholes up.
Hmm.
Two, people are now starting to say fuck you. I'm not getting nothing out of this shit, and all you do is order me around and make me do your dirty work.
If
And
they go
you,
resounding no to nonsense like that, just like in our generation.
I mean, a lot of people are already walking away from their group too after what
Yeah,
they witnessed.
yeah, and that's something that we should like give credit to members of Gen Z and Alpha, that they are and will continue to wake up from the nonsense that they've been like
That's,
conditioned to.
that's true. The only reason why things are getting worse and worse is because the more times the troops are shedding light to what the fuck they're doing, they're pushing some more bullshit just to try to bury the truth as much as they can. They're continuing the tactic of hiding and hiding and hiding and more hiding. But
And,
the truth is cracking.
Yeah.
you know those, and like who did that, like the actor of censorship and historical revisionism, the Axis powers, which composed of the Nazis, even the Japanese Imperials, and the Italian fascists. Also, let's not forget the Soviet Union.
Yep. And yeah, it's also like more so with like the Streisand effect, where they're shining the light on the problem, hoping someone else or something else will just go away, when that's not how that works.
They want somebody else to do it. And again, they only want somebody else to do it so they can complain to them for doing it because they love talking about the problem. So with
Which
that being said, I thank everybody for being here. Those three of you and those nonsense motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. Uh, who the fuck farted?
We just
No,
farted.
that was not far. It was me grunting because I'm fucking adjusting my goddamn spine.
Sounds like you just farted. Sounds like you just made a wet fart.
No, that was just me popping my back.
uh hey, at least it was that, not the other one.
I mean, to be honest, I'd be farting all day. You wouldn't even know.
Oh god.
Continue with the outro, man.
But yeah, we got something going on this week. I don't know what to say what it's gonna be, but there's more real millennials coming up. John still has a list. He's checking it twice. Um, sorry, Leia, about not having you on for Project Helmet yesterday. I didn't even know that the link wasn't working.
It's all right. Mistakes happen. I forgive you.
That's why this time I made sure the link was the right link. So
I forgive you. It's okay. It happens.
I guess this is a good children. You can share your thoughts on Project Helmet that way.
Yeah, the next time we have a chill stream, I'll or if you want to, something like that, or into the summer movie season, you just want to bring it up, I'll give my thoughts on it.
Mm,
As as for as for like one of the next episodes of the Real Millennials, I'm not gonna say it, but here's a hint. Make sh- make sh- make sure you have your Make sure you have your favorite books ready.
Let's see. The Ultraman, Ultra Burger.
Yes. I enjoyed the time. Next time I hope I'm able to make it to the next stream, but my work schedule's kind of ass. But I'll try to do my best.
All of ours is kind of big. I think I need to find some way to pick a date that we can all be on. We already said, me and my wife have already set up to have an off day on Thursday and Wednesday.
I'm usually working on those days, but I'll try when I get a chance to get those like later night streams like this one. I'll see if I can join.
Well, I'm also trying to see if time is a factor. So,
Oh, thank you, buddy.
well, thing is, still want to put into practice hmm, rotation home members. Try to get Brian back one day and Sooner back on here. I'm sure they have
Tuna.
certain things. That and you know, they of our people might want to sit here and chill and talk. So we'll, but I think we'll just go with chill stream this week and we'll do another
Ooh.
um
Oh, the chill streams are always fun.
I don't know what the next movie spotlight there is a movie spotlight out.
Well, for the movie spotlight, we could talk about either hiding out, which featured John Cryer, or a low down dirty shame.
I will do that next year. I was thinking about doing Troy, but I don't know if any of you guys. Well, I'm pretty sure every one of us saw Troy.
I
I've
never
seen
watched
it.
Troy.
I've seen it. Oh yeah, I've seen it.
All that death because of some slice of pussy ain't worth it, man.
Crude, but not entirely wrong.
That's a
Now,
no.
here's the thing: have you guys ever played the Legends of Troy video game?
No, have not heard.
Ooh, I wish I did.
It's at Destiny Warriors. You know that game?
Yeah, yes,
Mhm.
Same thing, but Greek.
I can imagine. I
nice.
pretty much figured it was gonna be like that. Maybe I have seen it.
I'll,
Yeah,
I'll, I'll post the gameplay on Discord because it is a Muso game, so it's nothing special. It's just the everyone mispronouncing their names is kind of funny. So like Ajax is like Arjax. Agamemnon is Agamemnon. I'm like, that is not how you pronounce his name, but okay, bro.
that's worse than Dynasty Warriors.
Right?
Wow.
There was like two games where they just a lot of the main characters' names in Dynasty Warriors, like they pronounce Sao Cow Cow. I forgot which Dynasty Warriors it was too. But it was one Dynasty Warriors where they mispronounced Sao Cow Cow. I was like, oh Lord, I cannot unhear that. It's like how could you mispronounce Sao? Oh, because the localizers didn't direct them. Right.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
love
at least the localizers back then wasn't as bad as today's localizers.
Oh no. But only for real. Right.
the lovely Leia Violet plus size.
Good evening, one. This is Left Passage, your love later Valor, and thank you for joining us for this conversation that we had. If you have any thoughts or comments that you would like to share about what we've talked about this evening, please leave it in the comments below. I'm sure we'll very much appreciate that. Until then, I'd like to wish everybody to have a great week coming up ahead, and see you all next time.
The Warrior of Life Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell, that way you get notified of our latest videos. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off, and remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Dude, your mic just got a quality hike somehow.
Oh boy.
It's not a bad thing. It's just strange that it just suddenly get a quality hike. The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in tonight's episode of The Real Millennials. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode and more to come this year, as well as for all future live streams. Until then, this is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell signing off. And remember, keep up the good fight of maintaining hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world, because remember, cynicism and nihilism are for losers.
This is what I'm telling you guys that I thank of you guys for taking the time to actually take a look at our Michael stream. It is sitting on, I'm gonna assume right now, 97 views.
It's getting close to the hundreds.
Wow. Wow. Congrats
Interesting.
there, Wolf.
But I thank you. It really doesn't bother me none how long you guys watched it. I'm just glad you guys took the time to take a peek at least, or take a look. And if you did stick around, that's fine. That's good. But if you manage to play it back in the background and switch to something else, that's also fine. But I appreciate you guys for taking a look at it. And just a reminder, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the